My take on this, I know you're going to say that because the show that you've made is brilliant, but you're also busy in all so many different directions that you're in a position that you both have massive following, that whatever you decide to do in your lives and your careers means that you're not doing other things in your life and your career at this point because you're so big. What made the three of you stop everything to do this? Because it's ongoing. It's not as if you've finished yet.
Yeah.
No, it's about, you know, priorities and what you feel the most passionate about, and you make choices. You know, that's what it comes down to. It's like what's gonna. For me, it's about what's more important. That's gonna keep me from my kids, kind of. You know what I mean? Is this worth it? Is this a project I want to put time into, or would I rather just do idle and not do anything else? But this is such an important project. It really, really is. And the kids get to come to the set, so that
there are projects and opportunities, and there's all kinds of when the phone rings and gigs and all that stuff. But then there's very unique opportunities that are just once in a lifetime, where you can exact change, where you could inspire, when you can. It was such a robust opportunity for my people, for Latin America, for the arts. It was just a no-brainer. It was just so robust. So
you're like the Swiss Army knife of performers, aren't you? You can do a bit of everything well.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
So,
well, this team
is that a
here,
Latino reference?
it's an English one.
No.
I think it was a Swiss reference. But anyway,
we've come a long way, sir. I'm just kidding.
I'm Welsh anyway.
This group right here, it's funny because it's like, you know, Marc with, when we talk about kind of the show and how we're going to divide it up, obviously Jamie's the show director. Marc is really excited about working with the musicians and putting together the most amazing.
The acts that you choose.
Yeah, the most amazing Latin band ever, with the most prolific, artists that we found on the road and musicians we found on the road, and that's his thing. He's like, I need this guy from my band, and I need that guy from my band. And we're like, we don't need that guy. We'll get somebody else for the drum. He's like, no, that's the guy. We're like, okay. And my thing is to kind of oversee everything that they do. No, I'm kidding. No, but I
make the final decision.
Make the final decisions on everything, from lights and costumes and show and
See, that's when the debate starts, right there.
Music and the dancing and all.
The debate stroke argument.
And
what time they go to sleep?
And if they cut their hair. No, seriously though. I mean, I just love, because I do dancing and I do music and singing. Just like I'm going to be kind of between the two of them, kind of, doing everything I can and making sure that it's the best thing. But because all of us have all of that background, you know what I mean? It is kind of a dream team in that way, I feel like.
But that's almost as good as it's bad, because everybody has a very defined opinion about what they want.
The thing is that we're partners.
Yeah.
We're producers.
Who's the senior partner?
There's no senior partner.
There's no senior partner.
You should ask us individually.
Actually, this is the first. You know what? This is the first time I don't work for you. We're equal partners.
You work for me on this. You totally work for me.
Can I say at the very beginning that you had the world media here this morning, who were in a bit of a bad mood? Wow. Yeah.
Early for Saturday.
As soon as you came out, this huge show that's about to burst onto the screen starts 28th, 29th of January.
January 28th, yep.
And the first thing everybody's fascinated with is you've got 5 rings on your hand.
4.
4 rings
One on
your
each
hand.
finger, yeah.
And what's the symbolism of that? Because I have to ask, because everybody was talking about it.
In case we got into it, man, she has a shot at cutting me. That's look at those things.
That's the final decision.
No, I just love them.
And you bought them yourselves. They're gorgeous.
I did.
Matching.
Yeah, just 4 little star rings.
And we also have to say at the end of this, have you got in your own mind who you want to be the star of the show?
For us, for me, I feel like there's several stars of the show.
There's no question. The talent is so diverse that there are no singers. It's not a singing thing. It's not. We do have a true representation. We have an international band. So we have percussionists that I found in Guatemala, and then there's this accordion player from Colombia, and then there's this
Cuatro player from Puerto Rico.
So it's a true international band.
Chile.
There are no singers, but they're fire breathers, tumblers, contortionists, dancers.
I mean, in a way, they're all the stars of the show.
Yeah,
I mean, we're building a show around this great talent, and in the end, they will be stars because they'll have their featured moments, and I think they have star quality. The people that we've chosen so far really have that star quality, so it's nice to show that to the rest of the world.
They get to represent their country.
Yeah, they're chosen to represent their country in this show. the kind of different traditional dances and music.
Is it true across all the countries the drummer is still always the latest to turn up?
The drummers.
So can you explain what the premise of the show is? You're not judges, but you're producers guiding the decision process.
Yeah.
We are casting a live Vegas show which celebrates Latin talent. We're basically started with this endeavor, saying we're going to make the most amazing Latin show the world has ever seen. And then we were like, okay. And then
how do we do that?
then they gave us the opportunity to film the process.
But what's the remit? Is it from the food that they eat when they sit down to watch the show to people designing the show, or is it just music, just dancing, or is there surprises in there?
It's all of that together, actually. It's all of those elements.
Everything. It's everything. We've traveled to countless countries, walked the streets, knocked on their doors, took tips from people, from casting directors, from video submissions, and went and saw them personally, and found some amazing talent. But the thing to clear up is that we're not judges. We're not judging anything. We're just literally 3 producers casting a show, and we're allowing them to roll on the process.
So do you all travel together? Do you go to separate countries and say, right, you do 3 countries, I'll do 5? And
We did split it up. It's
That
a
was the
lot
most
of
efficient way
territory.
to
There's 21 countries in Latin America, so you know, we did have to split it up, but we traveled to Puerto Rico together. Jamie and I went to Argentina together. We tried to do some together, you know, because we all have schedules.
yeah.
But we tried to make some together, but we did travel separately.
So who clogged up the most air miles?
I think Marc did.
Wow, Mark.
By far, or you just have the impression that you did?
By far, and man hours.
And man hours. How about food poisoning? Did anybody get food poisoning because you're traveling to all these places?
No.
we
Food
didn't
poisoning
eat.
in Latin America, no. Everybody thinks Latin America food poisoning, that's a stereotype. It's no.
No, I'm thinking about the airport food. That's the worst.
No.
You travelled the most countries. Does that give you the bragging rights if you say I've found 4 acts that are brilliant? You guys come back and say we've done 2 countries, we've got 5 acts. Does your acts trump your acts then because you've travelled more? Because at some
have
point,
a little bit of
all the talent,
kind of like they were mine.
all the talent that
Look
we
at
have
this.
is extraordinary. But I have to say that pound for pound,
I don't think so.
I think so.
But this is
I
what's
really don't
interesting.
think
But this is
so.
what's interesting. What's happening right now? You can see that he really likes his acts. Jennifer really likes hers, and you know, I of course have a special feeling for mine. So this is what makes the show really
Yeah.
interesting.
We had to cut one of
This-
his acts. He was like,
One of them. Yeah.
no, but that remember that
debate.
one that we had to cut, and you were like, oh, I really hate to do this. We're like, you're doing it.
I know. Jennifer likes to put me in that position, but this is what makes it fun and interesting, and sometimes hard. Also, is this debate that we need to have. But at the end of the day,
Oh no, it does get intense sometimes.
Yeah.
what's the difference between a debate and an argument?
Nobody threw any punches.
Yeah.
We
So-
laughed,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
We laughed in the end, so
Yeah.
that was good.
At the end, we always go, oh God, I'm sorry I did
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
And the thing is that they were rolling on all that stuff, so God knows what Simon Fuller's going to keep in.
So this is still being filmed at the moment. The absolute ultimate decision hasn't been made yet on exactly who's going to be in the lineup.
Not, we are very close.
We made first cuts.
We made the first big cut
We
this
started
week.
with 200.
We started 200 and we're
Down
down
to
to
60.
60-ish.
And you've made the first big cut between you, or in your mind you know
No,
exactly?
all 3 of us
together.
sat down and did
All
it.
3 of us argued.
That's where it got very...
debated, sorry. And
Debated. That was a fun day.
And came to
Poor
a decision.
Jamie.
But now, from now on, now that we are on design, build, and structure the show mode, we'll always be together.